Today's the last day of No Shave November, so you know what that means. Oh, you really thought I was gonna shave? What's going on, YouTube? Since today is the last day of No Shave November, I figured I would show you some tips and tricks on how I keep my beard looking presentable all year round. Before I start this video, I just wanted to say that this is way out of my comfort zone. Not only is it weird to have my camera here in the bathroom with me and me talking to it through a mirror, but I'm typically not one to care what people think about my looks. But when it comes to beards and having one in the corporate world, I like to keep it maintained and as professional looking as possible. So with that being said, I just got out of the shower. As you can tell, my hair is still wet. My beard is dry, as it does dry faster than the hair on my head. While I'm in the shower, sometimes I typically use something like this. Everyone always asks, when you're in the shower, do you shampoo it? Do you use this and that? And the answer is yes and no. Sometimes if I'm feeling really dirty from the day before, or if I was out working on my car or something like that, yeah, then I definitely need to wash it. However, I don't do it every day. So this is just a 3-in-1 beard, hair, and body wash. It doesn't really matter to me. Half the time when I was growing this out, I just wash it with water and regular soap anyway, so that's that. When I get out of the shower, I just dry off like everyone else does. I've seen other people's videos where they're blow drying and doing this and that to their beard. I just pat mine dry and then kind of let it air dry if I have the time to. I'll typically take a comb and then brush it out like this just to kind of get all the water out of it and then just let it dry naturally. While I'm talking about this comb, let me show you all the tools that I use for this. So this is what my sink looks like. I got a bunch of oils, mustache waxes, a box full of scissors, straight razors, other oils, combs, brushes, balms, waxes, whatever, you name it. I do use a ton of different products, and I will try to link them all down in the description if you want to go and check them out for yourself. So typically every 2 to 4 weeks, whenever I get my hair cut, I end up going to an actual barber then to shape my beard, trim it, use a straight razor to clean up the lines and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. Once your beard gets to a certain length, it's definitely hard to keep everything maintained by yourself, especially around your neckline and everything, so don't hesitate to go to an actual barber. Just be really meticulous in telling them what you want, and I really haven't had a terrible experience going to one yet. One thing that I can almost guarantee that you're gonna like when going to an actual barber is being shaved with one of these. This is a traditional straight razor with a regular edge, so you have to strop this and keep it sharp yourself. It's not a replaceable blade type of razor. But if you've ever been shaved with one of these, you'll know how awesome it feels when it's done. I typically do this about every 2 weeks, maybe once a week, depending on how fast it's growing, but let me show you how I do that. So I really only use this to clean up my cheek lines and sometimes like the back part of my neck. So I'll start with an electric razor. Real simple, just follow your cheek line. Everyone's face is different, but you just get it to where it naturally grows or a little bit lower if you're comfortable with that. Once you have that short enough, I'll go ahead and grab a little bit of shaving gel. You really don't need much since you're only doing your cheek lines, and then I'll rub that together and put it on. So there's a million different techniques when it comes to doing this properly. I just tend to hold the blade right like this. It helps to hold your opposite hand over top of your head and pull the skin tight. That way you're not gonna end up cutting yourself. Every once in a while, just clean off the blade. I have a towel here to wipe it on to just keep it free of all the excess hair and shaving cream. Alright, once you shave through all the shaving cream, go ahead and wipe the rest off. Then I like to go back and double check to make sure that I didn't miss anything, and if I did, I'll just clean it up with a dry razor. So once I'm done with that, I go on to actually trimming my beard. This comb and the scissors that I'm going to be using back here in this wooden box that I showed you, it's all from Beard Brand. Both these Kent combs and these scissors by Beard Brand are super high quality. They're not paying me to say this, but I would definitely recommend them to anyone. So the first thing I do is just comb the beard out, just to kind of how it naturally falls. And now once it's all fluffed out, you can really tell where some areas need to be trimmed. I start by putting a little drop of beard oil on the scissor blades. This will help protect them from rust or anything like that, and it'll just keep them a little bit sharper over time. Now I just go around and keep the scissors parallel to the outside of my beard and just put it into the shape that I want it to be in. I take off really small amounts of hair at a time and then just keep brushing it out to make sure that it's still in shape. The mustache is always just kind of hit or miss. I try to pull it down as straight as possible, and then if it's like covering my mouth at all, I definitely want to get that out of there because it makes it really hard to eat. So that's about all for trimming. Now to my favorite part, the oil. So I've tried all different types of beard oils, like some generic stuff that I found on Amazon, Beard Brand, Grave Before Shave, and some stuff that I found actually in a shop when I was up in Boston. There's all different scents and stuff like that. I typically stick with Grave Before Shave because I like the consistency of it, but to each his own. Today I'm going to use Grave Before Shave's bourbon scent. It's a gentleman's blend because who doesn't like the smell of bourbon? Since my beard is as long as it is, I like to use about 12 drops. Some people use more, some people use less, but you can actually start using it about a month into growing a beard if you want. I just drip it right into my hand, mostly on my fingertips, and then rub it together. Then you just put this in your beard just like you would be putting gel into your hair. I start from the bottom and push my fingers all the way through, that way it gets down to the skin, because this is what's going to keep your beard from not itching. You just kind of pull it through like you're using a rake. Don't forget to put some on your mustache. And then any leftover oil, I normally just throw it in my hair. Grab the comb again and then just put my beard back into shape. Since I've been using oil while I've been growing my beard out, I typically use about 1 drop per month of growth. It all depends on how fast your beard grows, but I think that's a pretty good metric to go by. If you know any other companies that make good oil, leave it in the comments and let everyone know about it. So that's basically it for my normal beard routine, going from pretty haggard to a little bit more professional looking. I stopped shaving at the start of 2015 and I let it grow to about the length that it's at, which is roughly a year. And then that's when I started maintaining it, getting it cut every time I got my hair cut and doing my typical daily routine like this. And to everyone in the comments, no, I'm not shaving anytime soon. If you are watching this at the end of No Shave November and you're new to having a beard, just remember that the first 1 to 3 months are definitely the hardest. It's hard in the fact that it's itchy, it's new to you, and it's new to all your family and friends around you, so you're gonna get pressure from them to shave. They're gonna be saying things like, oh, did you forget to shave? Or wow, what are you, homeless? If you have the patience to deal with that, just brush it off and you'll have a beard in no time. If you're watching this at the end of No Shave November and it's helped you at all or motivated you to keep your beard, that's awesome, and that's why I made this video, so consider leaving a like. If you're new to my channel, also leave a comment and consider subscribing. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.